Behind every overnight success is a decade of failures nobody talks about. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. This show is proudly sponsored by Rumble and Rise. To find out more about joining Rumble and Rise, head on over to graceandgrit.com/ready to rumble. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. The winners aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who get back up one more time, then they went down. You step on the scale and the number didn't move. You sent the proposal and got a no yet again. You tried the new routine and it didn't work. And immediately your brain says, I failed. But what if you didn't fail? What if you just got data? Here's the reframe that changes everything. Feedback is intel. Every result, good, bad, or unexpected, is information. It's telling you something. And when you stop labeling it as failure and start treating it as intelligence, you become unstoppable because you don't quit. Think about it like this. Scientists don't run experiments hoping to be right. They run experiments to learn what is true. When a hypothesis doesn't work, they don't say, oh, I'm a failure as a scientist. They say, isn't that interesting? That didn't work. What does that tell me? What did we learn here? And then they take that intel, they adjust, and they try again. Think of all the amazing things in the world that have been invented because of that process. So for you, maybe the scale didn't move. That's data. Maybe you're building muscle. Maybe you're a little inflamed from the meal you had last night. Maybe your calorie target range needs a little adjusting. Maybe stress is affecting your hormones more than you're giving it credit for. You don't know until you investigate. But calling it failure stops the investigation before it even starts. The workout program didn't feel good? Again, that's intel. Maybe the intensity was wrong. Maybe the timing didn't fit your schedule. Maybe you're getting sick. Maybe your body needs something different right now. Adjust, adapt. Try again. Got rejected? That's feedback. Maybe your pitch needs reframing. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe it wasn't the right fit. Every no is information that makes your next yes more likely. The difference between people who achieve their goals and people who give up isn't that successful people don't encounter obstacles. Of course they do. It's that they treat obstacles as data points, not as dead ends. They're consistently asking, what is this telling me? What is this showing me? What can I learn? What do I try next? Failure isn't failure unless you stop. Otherwise, it's just feedback. And feedback is the most valuable thing you can get because it moves you closer to what actually works. It's so interesting when I'm working with clients. Of course, they'll often get frustrated along their process, especially when things aren't going the way that they expected them to go. So they're not losing weight as quickly as they wanted to. They're not building strength as quickly as they wanted to. Their bedtime routine is proving to be a little harder than they thought it would be. And I always poke at them and say, seriously, if you think of all the things you've achieved in your lifetime, because everyone I've worked with has achieved a lot of great things, did you achieve any of those things without experiencing failure first, without having some obstacles to overcome and things not work out the way that you thought they would? And of course, the answer is always yes. Most things that they've accomplished in their life have proven to be that way. So why not this? Why do we give up on this so easily? Your health and happiness is worth fighting for. It is the good fight. So this week, I want you to practice the reframe. When something doesn't go as planned, and it surely is coming, maybe today, I want you to pause before you label it. Instead of "I failed," just ask, what intel did I just get? What did I just learn? Write it down. What did you learn about your body, your habits, your circumstances, yourself? And then ask, based on this intel, what's my next move? You haven't failed. You've learned. And learning is the only path to mastery. It's always been the only path to mastery, and it will forevermore be the only path to mastery. Treat every result as information, and you'll never be stuck again. You'll just be iterating your way to success. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.